Champions Plaza just outside of the Superdome, and as you can tell, it's an outstanding place to meet friends and relax before going inside to watch the big game coming up just a little later as we welcome you back to the Super Bowl today on CBS and continue to get set for the...
We remind you, don't miss CBS Sports Online streaming of the Super Bowl with never-before-seen camera angles and immediate access to the commercials. Get it all today at cbssports.com. Super Bowl /. We have lots more to come, including a visit from Rachel Ray, who might be persuaded to share a recipe or two. Stay tuned. We'll continue live from the Big Easy. Here's a look now at some of the photos that players from the Ravens and the 49ers sent to their family and friends from Championship Sunday through Super Sunday, including a most exciting week here in New Orleans. Follow us on Instagram.com/CBS Sports for more photos from the Crescent City. Next up, we'll take you in. Coming up, we'll look ahead to Beyonce's halftime performance when we continue live from New Orleans on the Super Bowl today.
Today's aerial coverage throughout Super Bowl 47 is brought to you by Bud Light as we welcome you back to New Orleans and continuing live on the Super Bowl today. You know, the careers of tonight's quarterbacks could not be more different.
Defensive line coach for San Francisco.
All right, Jason, looking pretty sharp there, buddy.
Hey, I'm trying to hang with you, brother.
You went to the tailor last night. Thank you very much, partner. All right, folks, still ahead as we continue live from New Orleans on the Super Bowl today. One Republic will perform their new single, but next we'll tackle the hot-button issue of player safety and a look at how one group of doctors is helping former players in need.
We're glad you're back with us throughout the day. Mercedes-Benz will be providing you with amazing shots like this one. And speaking of amazing shots, well, it's something to consider for the last time.
And welcome back to the Super Bowl today as we continue live from New Orleans, just outside the Superdome. You know, with the arrival of a new generation of dual-threat quarterbacks, the pistol offense has taken the NFL by storm. Now, last week, Coach Cowher visited with... All right, folks, well, with the impact of Hurricane Sandy still being felt along the eastern seaboard, a reminder that you can help the victims of disasters like Superstorm Sandy. Simply text Red Cross to 90999 to make a $10 donation to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund. CBS cares. And still ahead right here on the NFL Today. How have a controversial rookie...
Like Seattle beating up on the Jets.
No, another big game, and a team that is trending upward is the Detroit Lions. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. Today they go into Minnesota. Now, here's the interesting thing about this particular game. They better win this game because the Lions' schedule from this point on after this game, only one team with a losing record, and that's Arizona, that has one of the best defenses in football. Take a look at that. That's a murderer's row of a schedule right there. You cannot lose this game in Minnesota. Now, Minnesota's a good, solid team. Remember, the last time these two teams met, it was because of special...
For the Rams, but if you're a fantasy football player, be careful here. He may not make it through the game. They've been managing his carries pretty closely. We know Kenny Britt's out. Darnell Dockett's not expected to play. Pierre Garçon, though, in one of those 4 o'clock games, JB. He looks good to have some role, some action. He's someone RG3's been hooking up with early.
All right, Jason, as usual, good stuff, and we'll see you later in the program.
Ole Miss junior Jamez Logan had 160 yards on 8 receptions, both career highs, in last week's 1-point loss to Vandy. A reminder that our relief is coming up. More highlights, and we'll check in on struggling Texas today. Plus, these guys will do battle in the line of scrimmage. It's a line of scrimmage league, you know. You are watching Autotrader.com College Football Today on CBS. Florida's Jeff Driscoll became the first FBS quarterback since 1996 to throw for 4 touchdowns and less than 100 yards in a game in last week's win over South Carolina. We welcome you back to Studio 43.
We'd like to know your opinion on all these topics as well. Join the conversation on Twitter and Facebook at SEC on CBS. Of course, we're getting ready for Georgia and Ole Miss. Rebels running back Jeff Scott, 5th in the SEC in rushing with 87 yards a game and has scored 7 touchdowns in his last 6 games.
You're watching Autotrader.com College Football Today on CBS. Our underachiever update. I'm talking about you, Arkansas, Auburn, Virginia Tech, and Michigan State. I'm talking about you. You are watching Autotrader.com College Football Today on CBS. Florida's defense has not allowed a fourth-quarter point in 5 of its 6 games, and the Gators have outscored the opposition 54-10 in the final quarter this season. You're watching Autotrader.com College Football Today on CBS.